once,
It's
yes, it
live.
started now. So you should
Yeah.
be able to like add your Facebook so you can go live on
Uh,
Facebook. So your
okay.
audience gonna come in.
What you think? Well, let me see. I don't see no nothing's popping up right now. Let me
What's up at
stream this to your audience.
there it is.
Do that.
Hit that. Yep.
What you say? I know that I'm trying to. I ain't even gonna go through that. Let's see.
Oh man.
Um,
So when you do that, it ought to be able to let you put your Facebook on now.
see, I probably have to do the account first, boy.
You shouldn't have to.
Uh, Go and stay in the studio into the recording. All right. Let me see. All right. No, it ain't. Let me see. It's not showing. I don't know now.
What it's saying on there.
Probably got to log in. Like when I said, okay, stream this to your audience, right?
Uh
You hit that, it's want me to log in, sign up.
so you probably got to sign up for the little free
Yeah,
account. I didn't know
yeah,
you had to sign up for that.
yeah. Because that's all I was running into. Yeah, I just let me see.
Fix for that next time.
Huh?
I said I got a fix for that for next time though.
Yeah, I thought Shell was doing.
Well, let's see. I guess what you can do though is if you got your iPad in front of you and you got your Facebook on the iPad, if you try to go to
Nah,
my oh, you ain't got it on there?
I don't
Okay.
think so. I can't. Let me see. Oh no. Let me see. Oh, this is a whole account. They talking about passwords and everything. I don't know none of that. Just, let me see. Mm, uh,
Well, for y'all few people that's on here watching right now and that's seeing this this man right here, that's my big brother. So that's one of my two childhood heroes, the real ones. Not the ones you see on TV. The real hero. Not Spider-Man.
Uh,
Yeah, we're gonna get this situated. This is like the beta episode. That's how it is. We're gonna man, I really want to just jump right on into it.
go
I'm about to
ahead.
I wanna play something.
What's up?
All right, check this out. I want to play something and get some feedback on it. I ran into this dude here on TikTok. He spit some stuff.
This young man on my background, his name is Deion Sargent. The young man is 11 years old. He was shot and killed by a 13-year-old boy that was trying to rob him. Let me say that again. The young man on my background, this is Deion Sargent. Deion Sargent was shot and killed by a 13-year-old boy that was trying to rob him. And please, I know how y'all just celebrate people's death. You know how y'all did Charlie Kirk, how y'all still doing that, man, how y'all doing Kevin Samuels. Please don't do this little boy the same way. I don't put it past y'all. I don't put it past none of y'all. This just ain't the time. And again, when we go clean this up in the black community, a 13-year-old boy was trying to rob an 11-year-old boy, and he shot and killed him. So who do we blame? Do we blame the parents, or do we blame racism? Do we blame the system? The system made this 13-year-old boy do it? Was it the white man that told that little 13-year-old boy to go get a gun and go shoot Deion? Stop having kids that y'all ass don't want to take care of. This little boy on the background was being a little boy. And that 13-year-old, his ass was being a criminal. Where are the parents? Where are the mothers? Where are the fathers of these little boys that be out here wreaking havoc in their communities? Y'all be so caught up on racism, but this shit right here is happening under y'all nose. Y'all ain't taking care of y'all damn kids. Y'all don't really give a damn about y'all community, but y'all want to be on this goddamn internet crying and complaining about racism. Is racism a bigger problem than how black people treat each other? Wake the fuck up.
So that was in Milwaukee.
Please, so
Yeah,
y'all excuse
Milwaukee
that.
team arrested in a fatal shooting of 11-year-old. Yeah, it's raw.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you looked at more of the clip. So it where did the racism come in at?
Well,
So
the reason why he said that is because
uh
been getting a whole lot of flack
huh
for when he said something about black people period celebrating when dude got shot and killed last week.
uh
And so that was he pointing that out because they what happens is all of a sudden our people come out. I'm using them quotations. Our people come out and all of a sudden want to become these political activists that and all of a sudden they got a whole lot of this right here and no action. They ain't doing nothing to better their community. They ain't doing nothing to better their own household. But they got a whole bunch of opinions and like to jump in people's comments and then they inbox and do all this and that and ain't doing nothing to better themselves. And they forget, you know, on this internet, it's record of everything you say and post. So while they running their mouth, you can easily go back and find posts, videos of these same people threatening other folks, talking about how they hate other folks and all this and that. But then all of a sudden they on that, you know, they big time activists. Yeah. And that's the problem. People do a whole lot of talking and no action. Yeah. And my stance on it is that I don't, like I've been saying, I don't know what that dude was. I don't know if the man was a racist. I didn't know him. And I don't know why other folk act like they know that. You got people around you right now that be hugged up with men, but talking about they ain't homosexuals. Am I lying, Tim?
Well, make it make sense because I don't see it. I don't understand
it. I'm hip, but you know, people say one thing and then it'd be a whole nother thing going on. But my thing is this: I regardless of what the dude was, he could have been a red dragon. I ain't gonna never rejoice in somebody losing their life. I don't care what they did. Yeah. Especially if I'm gonna call myself somebody following God. Now, if you don't want to follow God, then you have no rules. You have no standards to live by. Yeah. A lot of these folk make up their own God.
Oh yeah.
Build a God.
Well, so
I got another video though I want to show you. It dig deeper on this, but it's not about that little boy. I'm gonna play this one for you. Cause shit.
May disagree how Nipsey Hussle lived his life and did what he did, and they didn't come on your page and be like, "Oh, why are y'all calling him a legend? Why are y'all honoring his life and doing vigils with candles?" Like, come on, what are we talking about? Why are y'all so interested in what everybody else is doing? Knock it off. Let these people live. If they want to pay tribute to their people, somebody who they thought was important to them, let them be. Think of that. I want to know who's doing it. I'm disgusted scrolling on Facebook and seeing my people I know just have so much energy about nothing for no reason. If it don't apply, let it fly. Leave it alone. Let it go. There's no reason to get emotional and start arguing. And like, I seen somebody say they gonna do a vigil for Charlie Kirk in State or something. Somebody's like, "Oh, so we show up in Juneteenth shirts and something?" Like, are you serious? Go get some money, bro. Go touch some grass. Go be happy. Go to the gym. Go talk to your family. Go chill with your family and your people. Go read. Go do something you actually enjoy. Like, I don't resonate with hate. A lot of people resonate with hate. Like, I don't resonate with hate. People see somebody get shot in the neck and that makes you feel good. That tells me what type of person you are. I'm not that person. If it's somebody who I don't like, who I don't agree with, get shot in the neck, I have nothing nice to say. I'm going to shut my damn mouth. or I'm gonna talk about it privately. I'm not gonna go to the internet and make 10 posts about somebody who I never listened to, who I disagreed with. You see what I'm saying? And let them get me emotional to where I'm starting to show I'm not being of God and who I truly am. It's going against everything. I'm not gonna do that. That's not the person I am. That's not the person I want to be presented. I was told if I don't like something, I'm gonna shut my mouth. I have nothing good to say about it. Let me talk and vent to the people I talk and vent to. I'm not about to come on Facebook and, like I said, make 10 posts about somebody I never listened to. He's a racist. He's this. Okay, cool. Why are you so emotional about this? Why are you doing all this? What's the point of it? The people that love Charlie Kirk are still gonna love Charlie Kirk. The people that love Nipsey or love Tupac, we love Tupac, right? You think everybody agree with Tupac when we hold memorials for Tupac and days to say rest in peace to Tupac and all? Like, yo, maybe some people don't agree with him, but at least they're not going to be on your post trying to defend who you admire. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I'm like, bro, obviously y'all have nothing to do with your time, man. Just get over it. They want us going at each other. They want us divided. It's the red ant versus the black ant. They're shaking the glass up. Y'all need to be focused on who is shaking the glass up. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Grow up. Shut up. Shut up. Y'all know nothing. You know nothing. You know absolutely nothing. You're bored.
Yeah.
Hey, homeboy said what needed to be said right there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people don't like that because people just are drawn to mess.
Yeah.
That's all. Hey man, let me tell you something. Um, you if I come on here and talk about drugs, rappers, female, this and that, yeah, I probably have just a lot of followers or whatever. But you better
Oh
not come
yeah.
on here talking about God or talking about help out thy neighbor or help. A lot of
Nope.
people it's not. They
They
ain't.
ain't interested in that.
Nah.
I know firsthand. You know. I used to have. I've been doing this podcast thing for a long time now, and when I was
Mm-hmm.
doing Slick Talk, oh, I had thousands of viewers all the time. Like the
Mm-hmm.
network I was working with, they was like, man, you you leading a network in your stuff. When I was on here cussing and talking crazy and just
Mm-hmm.
being provocative and everything. Oh, they loved me then. When I ain't had no governor on me, when I wasn't able to bridle my tongue
Mm-hmm.
and I was emotional about stuff. Now that I'm a different person. Oh, they don't want to hear that. You boring, man. You soft now. You talking about God.
Yeah. That
Well,
says a
I
lot
mean,
about a person that even make that type of statement, though. You know.
yeah. And I'm like this. If that's the way you feel, then nah, I ain't for you, and that's
This
cool.
ain't for you. That's all.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lose no sleep.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
homeboy said, go get you some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get you
Uh,
some money because I am.
yeah. But uh, it's hard to categorize or label something as being racist or something like that. Because see, you just really you need to know the whole story.
Yeah,
And most of the time you're not gonna get the whole story because it's not for you to get the whole story. You wasn't there, you didn't see it, so you can only go on what you hear or the little bit you get. But like you got a Caucasian guy, young American African, jumped the fence over there, going over there to burglary, B&E or whatever you want to call it, and that white man shoot that young man. they automatically shoot to racism. I'm quite
Yep.
sure it could have been another Caucasian coming there. You gonna shoot him too,
Yeah. He was
But
gonna get got too.
it just it. Of course, I know a race of people, which is not one race anymore, are perhaps tired of being singled out, and I understand that,
Yeah.
but everything ain't black and white. I'm talking about. Look here.
Thank you.
My wife and I, we travel a lot, so I notice people who talk and are very nice just because can't get off that ship. You're gonna deal with, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
Hmm.
uh, yes, sir. No, sir. Oh, you know, and then some of them can't hide it, you know,
Yeah.
but and like you and I, we did St. Mary's.
Yeah. We know what it
So
was like.
we experienced it at a young age, and as you mature, you know how to distinguish between racially motivated and otherwise. But
Exactly.
I now this is just me. If a person wants to dislike a race, due to the difference or whatever, I don't really care. That's their right. If
Yeah.
if if a person don't want to like a black or whatever, okay, let them have it. I like that head up, you know,
Yeah. Be transparent about it.
and
Then I know
lo-
how to deal with you. You don't like my kind. Okay, I stay away from you.
and it is over with.
Yeah. It's over with. I
And
but the problem I feel like with our folk though, we want to
mm,
force people to love us. Oh no, you gotta accept us. Hey man, I'm not fighting to be accepted by nobody but God. I don't care about nobody
yeah,
accepting me, brother.
yeah, yeah. And then you know what? Um, you throughout the years, and then being, you know, around a lot of different nationalities, very diverse, certain places or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if a person, do you know how much energy it takes to dislike a person you don't even know?
Exactly. It's wasted
That's
energy, Tim.
hard, man. That and guess what? It's a silent killer. Okay, just like the body. Do you know the physical, the chemical change that you take your body through every time you get in a rage, upset, or it affects the body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you see a person of color or whatever nationality they are, and it just okay, that go a nigga, that go a spick, Hispanic, that go a Jew, or whatever, and you don't, man, I think it decreases the time that you might be allowed to be here on Earth.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about so. If you got a person that wants to use that, which I say is a silent killer, you meet me, see me in traffic, see me at the store, and you just get upset, a chemical change because of that slight little difference. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Instead of living to get 75, you probably get up out of here at 54. Do what you want to do. If you want to get upset, because
Yeah, that's
that
your
leave
prerogative.
people alone. A person has the right to be a racist, or I don't care, whatever. That's their right. You have to let people
Mm-hmm.
be who they are. But you know
Yep.
what? Um, it seems like you have to seek information and you have to actually utilize God.
Yeah.
You have to really figure out a way because I just don't have time for that. I'm not interested. I remember one time, I'm talking about just like man can stop you in a traffic stop, speed limit 15, and he clocked you at 65. Okay, but it's a different nationality officer, and that's the first thing you want to throw up. Oh, he a race. Come on, man, 65 and a 15.
What you expect?
Uh, I'm
Hey,
just saying,
you know what's crazy though, Tim? I don't know. I ain't tell you what happened. You remember
what?
this was what 2016, I believe. Remember when I came out when mom got me that car and I had to come out to Indiana to get it.
In there, yeah.
Okay, I drove that car back here to Maryland. And of course, it had temporary tags on it.
Mm-hmm.
The dealership temporary tag. So I was leaving a band practice one night with this band I was singing with. And I had a couple dudes in the car with me. I got pulled over. So dude come up to the car and he like, you know why I pulled you over? I was like, no, no, sir. Uh, I need to get some information on this vehicle. The tags ain't good. Where you get this car from? And I was like, my mother purchased this car for me. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. He was like, he wanted me to show him the registration and everything. And I gave that to him. He was like, and where you get this car? I said, from Indiana. My mother bought this for me. Mm-hmm. Everything he asked me after I answered him. Mm-hmm. So I got it out. Like he trying to provoke me. That's what he
Yeah.
trying to do. He trying to get
Mm-hmm.
me to get out my square. I know better. I know better. So, I did everything I was supposed to do when it pulled over, cutting the ends and all, cut the light in the top on, put both hands on the steering wheel, didn't move till he told me to. Uh, so they said they ran the tags and talking about the car was stolen. Yeah.
Mm.
And asked me to get out the car. So when I got out the car, twisted my arm all up real hard and pushed me up against the car. And he got a whole bunch of other officers to come. And he was gonna put handcuffs on me, but he didn't. Then they gonna make me go sit on the bumper of the back of the car and sit there while they surrounding me. Now,
Mm.
Tim, guess what? They was
Mm.
all black. They was all
Oh,
black officers.
they were just racist.
Yeah, racist, huh?
Yeah, they were
They
just
was black. Man, I'm
racist.
tell you something. I'm standing there, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Tim. I'm standing there, and man, I'm sitting on that bumper, and I'm praying, and all I really could think of at that moment was you and Mama, because I didn't know if I was gonna see y'all again. I was like, man, these dudes finna kill me out here, because it
Yeah.
felt like they were really, really trying to figure out how they could kill me and kill them other two dudes in the car with me and get away with it. And they had me out there, and this one dude, one of the dudes pulled me over to the side. He said, "Let me talk to you, man." He was like, "Listen, they gonna search your car." He was like, "Is it anything in there that we can get you for?" No. He was like, "You sure?" I said, "Dude, I don't do crime. I don't do crime. All right,
Yeah.
so they checked the car, and the crazy thing, one of the dudes was one of them cats that know the laws and stuff. Oh, he was
Uh-huh.
giving it to him. He was giving it to him. And but this is the crazy thing. When after they finished searching and didn't find anything, they gonna tell me that I had to try to find somebody to come pick me up. I had to leave the car sitting there. They got a dude, they called somebody, and somebody pulled up in a squad car and wrote me a ticket. 7 violations that they made up. The person that wrote the ticket was a white man. He wasn't even there. They just called him to write the ticket. So
Wow.
when I get home, I drove my car home. I dropped them dudes off and went on. You ain't even tell, that's my car. I'm driving my car home. I drove home. They took my paper tags. So I ended up calling up to the dealership and I told them what was going on. And they was like, those dudes are idiots. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, they talking about they ran those temp tags through the national database. You can't run temp
You can't.
tags, dealership temp tags through the national database. And they knew those were temp tags, dealership temp tags. So he ended up actually faxing over another one so I could cut it out and put it back on the car until I got my real tag. But I ended up calling he was like, man, you might want to do a little digging. So I called up, I looked up the ticket, I looked up the precinct, I called a precinct and I asked about the officers because I remember the dudes' names. Tim, none of them worked there.
Wow.
None of them worked there.
If you'd have
None of
left
them
that car,
officers
it wouldn't
worked
have
at that
been
place.
there.
They'd have took that car, man. They was running them
Oh
because they
yeah.
was in civilian clothes. They wasn't in no cop, no police outfits.
Oh, jump out boy. Oh,
Them were
okay
jump
then.
out boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got
Mm-hmm.
harassed by somebody that looked like me.
Yeah.
Now, different
Uh-huh.
scenario. I didn't take my car through admissions on time. And I was driving. I was actually headed to pick my manager up to go do a show. I got pulled over. Dude pulled me
Uh-huh.
over. Same thing. He asked for license and registration. He told me, "Hey man, your admissions. You got to go through your admissions. That's a flag on you." Like at this point, he was like, "Now I'm supposed to have your car towed, and you could get locked up for this." He was like, "But man, listen, you seem like a nice guy to me. Listen, I tell you like this, I'm gonna get in my car and pull off." He was like, "You need to go through admissions as soon as you can. Go, if you can go tomorrow morning, go and get this off your account." He was like, "I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna drive off and act like I ain't never seen you. Now, because you're not supposed to drive this car right now, but I'm gonna pretend like I ain't seen you. I can't promise you that another officer might not see you
Yeah.
and stop you though."
Yeah.
A white boy
Oh yeah.
showed me
Because if it
grace.
would have been one of us, you'd have been bonded out 2 days later.
Yep,
Well,
I'd have been. Yep.
and I'm
Somebody
gonna
been
tell you
calling
something.
you, talking about, "Hey man, you gotta get your
Yeah.
brother out."
You don't think? Nah, I'm quite sure. You don't think we harder on us than anyone else?
I think we are. I think we super hard on us. And but we
Yeah.
hard on us in the wrong way. We don't hold us accountable. We don't try to help each other. We hurt each other. We hard on each other that way. We quick to point out the flaw without giving presenting a solution. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think that's the problem, man. We won't give a solution, man.
yeah. And sometimes if you fortunate enough and blessed enough to live a life up in the age and not live like, cause what, Thanksgiving 55, but at a certain age you think a person should have bumped their head enough or know something. And I'm talking, I like to know how a person get my age, right up under my age, or older than us, and you don't figure out that the way you doing it, it just ain't working. You ever meet people that they doing bad every time you talk to them or see them?
Yep.
I'm not talking about it. It doesn't have to be financially, but they always got.
It's always chaos.
Okay, but
Like they
you
live in it.
still doing the same thing that mostly leads up to it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. I've never met such a group of people. And correct me if I'm wrong. When I said people, whatever, I ain't sitting up here talking about no different nationality. I think I'm qualified to talk about a person that looks identical to me.
Yeah,
Cause that's
we
what
are.
that's what I'm around. That's what I love. Which I
Mhm.
love everybody, but I'm
Yep.
taught. But like, let's just say you visit places. Now, don't get me wrong. I know you go to certain places that's high scale or whatever. You see somebody that's not presentable or whatever. If you own the business in there and you know you just see me in the dumpster every evening, okay, you just might not want me to be all up in there, that person. So I'm talking about whether white or black or whatever. But it's always problem with our people. And then due to it always being problematic with our people, that's why they always sending these cops there. And it's a conflict of interest. I don't think a person should be officer in a city, town, or nothing like that. Not
Yeah,
that
because it's
city.
personal. Yep, I agree,
Yeah,
Tim.
cause for one thing, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Now, look here. This is rough draft, so we jumping from, you know, we jumping back and forth or whatever. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But it's just it's certain things that are done where it's on. 'Cause I tell you what. I have yet to hear a Caucasian boy, a Jew boy, or whatever talking about my ops or riding down on my ops and stuff like
exactly.
that. We just
Exactly.
creating stuff to get okay, like let me okay, like the artists and stuff like that. Now these are performers. These are people that influence the
The
slow, the
masses.
dumb, the ignorant, and they
Yes.
everybody,
People of all
everybody.
ages, Tim, kids, all the way up. People at their concerts, spending their money, wasting their money, going in
Yes.
there to watch somebody
Yeah.
go around, hop around on the stage, and what they doing, they don't even realize that, man, these people promoting hate. Like they say dude was going around to campuses. What do the rappers promote when they talking about killing the ops and doing this and that to people in people that look like them? Because that's all they talking about when they talking about haters and they enemies and disrespecting themselves and the women and everything.
Because you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. We as a people we'll disrespect a black man or a person that looks just like us and don't even know him. But a white man or any other nationality, you respect him just because you feel inferior, you feel
Yep,
intimidated, and you think that's your place. You'll
that's
go in
right.
somewhere and call a white man sir and all that,
Sure
but
will.
you'll walk up on me, what's up, my nigga?
Yep,
Nick, it's
yep,
and then I tell you what, I can leave here right now and drive to whatever most like nice states and neighborhood. Now it's according to how I present myself or what time it is or whatever. You might get a weirdo or a person that's bored with minding their business that'll call and say I see a suspicious vehicle because they see a American African. I understand that. That happens daily. Matter of fact, it happens so much. I'm tired of thinking about it or considering because it could be either way. You never know. But
yep.
okay, I can go there and ride up and like get lost. One of them people come out. Well, can I help you? Cause they want to help you get your ass up out of there. So,
Yeah.
but I can go and make a wrong turn where people look just like me,
And they
and I
ready to
got a
put
high
you down.
percentage of chance that I will not get out of there. I
That's
pull
right.
up in a certain color, and you just gonna
And
shoot
they gonna
me.
ask you where your grandmama stay at. And then guess what? You out of there.
And, and,
Exactly.
and, and
If
I'm
I
talking
go on a
about,
corner and I see six people that look like me, I had to put on my lion personality, my lion character. I gotta be my head gotta be on a swivel because I don't know what they own.
yeah.
I don't know what they own, Tim.
uh, I tell you what, uh, anybody can make up their own decision of mind about what I'm saying, cause I don't care. I allow
No,
you to
we
have
don't. You
your
see the
opinion.
smoke in the
I allow
background.
you to have your opinion, and you must allow me to have mine because you can't do nothing
That's right.
about it. I'm gonna
That's
verbally
right.
tell you. But look here, if I'm coming to a strange place and I see 5 or 10 black males on a corner in front of a store and it sign said no laudering or whatever, I'm
Exactly.
going to another store. I'm going across the street. But if I see some white boys, I'm walking through them.
Yeah. And then done it before.
And why is it? Because only my people pose a threat to me because that's just that's all I ever. I go everywhere visit. Man, I don't have no problem with no other nationality. Not now.
Nope.
But it's always somebody look just like me. Where you from? Hey
Yeah.
man.
Why? Why?
Hey, Nick, that is not your bit. Let's
I'm
not do this
passing
here.
through, bro. I'm getting gas.
Yeah.
Why you need to know where I'm from?
What side you from? Hey man. Nope. I'm not gonna go through that. I ain't doing that. And I'm talking about, look here. Now check this out. From born in Annapolis. Okay, throughout the years, is always something you need to go to Chicago, Milwaukee, or even like with our family, Detroit, or something like that there. How come I can't never sightsee or go nowhere? I know until I was a teenager, whatever. Been to Chicago, in different places multiple times, but I always have a leash on me because it was so
Oh, you can't
dangerous.
go to this neighborhood. Nah, you don't want to go over there because they
Yeah,
tripping over there. What? You
I,
can't even
you
you
know,
can't walk your dog. You can't go jogging, Tim.
mm.
You can't take a
Why the
brisk
police?
walk
Why the police always riding up through here, man? Cause you know what? On the other
because you
side of
get
town,
keeping them busy.
them white folks sleep. They in bed getting ready to go to work.
And you
but
keeping the
over
police busy. You keeping them in business.
uh, uh,
Hey, you
man,
know what? I got a question for you. I'm gonna put my brother on the spot because you're a businessman. Been one. Now, what I'm gonna tell you something else I don't like. How come when we become consumers and we go buy some and we go buy something from anybody that don't look like us, we'll pay whatever they charge. But they want people that look like us to drop their price for
give
us,
a
no
brother
matter
a
what it
deal.
is, Tim.
Look out for me. Give a brother a deal. That's all. And you know what? We we you know, that's a disability. We are a disability on each other.
Mm-hmm.
I and everybody done it. But I'm just saying, look, once
Yeah,
you own a business and you got a rate and you got a price, man, ain't no sense
respect
in
it.
how can you see you can't get ahead, you can't make a profit, especially
Nah,
when you use your money, or either if you do borrow money, get a loan, you got interest. So catch 22, and then it's according to how long will it take you, because a small business, it'll take you 2 years or more to even make a dollar profit
that's right. You're
if
gonna
you
take some
spend your
L's on the
own
way,
money.
brother. You're gonna
You
take
know
some
what I'm saying?
L's on the way.
But just like let me I'm talking about hustling. Man, I'm making $1,100 a week out my trunk selling Air Force Ones, knockoff perfect person. You know what I'm saying? You know what we were doing, right?
Yep.
Every time I run into one of us's, get 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 a deal, get a deal, get a deal.
Let me get
Man,
something for the low.
yeah, and then they leave they change on the counter for them to keep the change, keep change. But me,
Yeah.
you gonna sit up and look up in my face and say, I need that 14 cent.
Yep. We pocket
Man,
watching.
we stay at each other. We
We pocket
always
watching.
stay at each other.
Tim,
Yeah.
you remember when
And then
they opened when our folk opened that laundromat? And
yeah,
you remember when daddy would buy mama a car every time she received a degree. And when she got her master's degree, he bought her that Lincoln Town car. And
yeah,
then he bought that van for the laundromat. And you remember folks around town, because we live in a small town now. You can't say nothing and don't get back. So I'm
yeah.
hearing about folks talking about, they think they better than everybody. They got a car lot. Why do we do that, Tim?
You scared to go pull that mess over there on the side of town. That's all. Hey man, ignorance, and it's
Yeah.
pathetic. And for one thing, I'm gonna tell you something. The as you get older, and we up in age now,
Mm-hmm.
man. Mom and daddy was some monster. They was some power team. They was beasts. I'm
Yeah.
talking about
That's what you
mom and
call a
daddy
power couple.
something to be proud of.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm
they
saying?
were what you call a power couple for real.
Yeah, yeah. And
They
then
had businesses.
and just like daddy, and I tell you what, just like I tell a person right now and be honest about it. I might not have $3, $4 in my pocket, but I'm dressed like I got $1 million. Cause you know what?
Man, I seen
You have to take pride in yourself, regardless. I don't care what people say about. That's a lie. Yes, you do.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
do.
do.
You care about what
Cause
people
I can
think
sit up
about
here and
you.
say a lot of stuff, and I bet you won't take it. But
Exactly.
you know, but if you dress like you broke and you about to rob, kill, and steal, a person will give you the pennies and the change out their pocket. But if you
Mm-hmm.
dress nice and you tell them that you falling on hard time, they will invest in you. They'll give you money, currency, cash, because
Opportunity.
they look you trying. So
Yep.
but a man think you supposed to hire him, and you come in here stinking, nappy head, and all that. And I'm telling you another thing. One time I need to talk about these people kids.
Oh, yes, sir. We
Cause
definitely
these
going.
kids, it's old.
It's an
And then
infinite
you know
amount of
what?
things we can talk about.
Uh uh and hey man, these kids something serious.
Yeah.
And then what's so killing about it, you catching multiple capital murder charges on people you damn near related to them, but
Mhm.
you understand what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
talking about you can't say nothing to them, and
Nah.
the generations that's coming up now, they take up for their kids in the wrong because you know what they
Yes,
wrong,
sir.
and then you want to always talk about what you can't say what your kid won't do, and for one
Nope.
thing, most of us let that school or the streets raise your kid because the way society is set up now, the custom traditional, you got to work, you got to do, you know what I'm saying? So now you got to work. Look, I know young women just like my wife was set up there and had, man, you got a career job and then you take up a job and then you doing little stuff. You make it look like I just ain't doing nothing, you know. But
But
that's how we program.
society, the way society is now, you can't do it like back in the day where the man go out and just be the only breadwinner and the woman sit at home barefoot and pregnant. It don't work like that no more because of
Uh,
the
yeah.
cost of living and stuff like that doesn't allow you to do that. I mean, unless
Yeah.
unless you
And
unless you're wealthy.
then I'm gonna tell you another thing that it just, I feel pity. I feel empty, sorry. And what I mean, if I see one more black woman twerking, showing a camel toe, or
Oh,
trying to low key sell some I'm talking about, once you done seen a body inside out or whatever, I don't mean no harm, but I ain't never been no strip club guy. But I'm, I'm I'm talking about even on Facebook. I don't care what it is. Somebody trying to sell something that you got to
yeah,
do it undercover.
yeah.
And
That
I'm talking
shouldn't
about
that shouldn't be for sale.
every time you looking around, a woman like, what's that thing? What is that? I got the apps, but I just look for him. But like TikTok and just
Hmm.
I'm talking about he goes it could be a nice looking woman. I'm talking about and when, like I told you before, when I said a woman or people, I'm talking about my people. I'm gonna let them have a spokesperson. I'm gonna be a spokesperson for my people because it's easy to tell them we all wrong, but some are way worse than others. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just it's just sickening and sad how
Yeah, I
it's
get sick
only
of it.
us. You know what I'm saying? And then you always want to talk about the white man. The white man really doesn't do any more than you allow him to do. Because even if you can't do anything about it right, then you can put things in play
Yeah.
to make a difference. And then like you got to have a support team because w- we want to handle everything with violence.
Yep. We did
That's all we
see,
know.
that that's what I was saying. I was talking to Julius the other day, man, and I was telling him, the nature of men and women are different, man. A woman, you get into an argument with a woman, she her goal is to get the last word. That's her goal. She if she get the last word, that's a victory to her. For men, when men engage with differences, this is the problem.
Yeah.
Two men can go back and forth in an argument. As soon as a man feel like he's run out of a response, he chooses violence because in his mind, he like, you know what? I might not be able to outsmart you in this
I,
conversation, in this argument, but I sure can whoop you, buddy. And you know what?
yeah,
After I knock you
I can
out,
choke you
they
out.
gonna
I
forget
choke you
whatever
out.
we said.
Yeah.
Yep. I ain't got to not they ain't gonna remember what we was arguing about. They gonna remember that I choked you out. So
Yeah.
they'll forget that L that I just took. Because I couldn't handle myself verbally.
And on a later date, I'm gonna tell you this, and we ain't got to elaborate on it right now.
Uh-huh.
Not only a woman, but a female ain't a woman until she knows she got a place to stay in.
Yep.
Stay in
Boy,
your
you said
place.
something right there. You said something
Stay in
right
your
there.
my mama stayed in her place.
Sure did.
And a
Sure did.
man got a place too. A man got a
Yes.
place too, and he needs to stay in it. But these
Yep.
women today, what they don't need this here, but you and then like I said, we jumping all over the place. The movies or the series that's getting all these rewards, the love scene ain't heterosexual no more.
No. No. No, never.
The love
It-
scene is two males tearing up the street. I'm talking about, and then what's so killing about it is our movie.
yeah,
Hey man, I'm so boy.
it's us. We
Talking
pushing
about,
it so hard.
and you see all these shows that they got these professional women in here talking all that they so disrespectful about a
Yeah.
guy, and then
They hate
everybody talking about
men.
well he got to have it. You know what? Let me tell you something. Uh, if you know me, you know me. My body won't work if I got to dish out cash to a woman for some sex. And then these guys, these rappers and all that kind of stuff, they video and stuff. You like take her shopping or buying a bag and all that kind of stuff. You know, boy, man, please, man, please, man, please. What can you do for me? Walk up out your face. Walk up out your face. Walk about your face. That's all they talk about. That's all. And I'm talking about you just flip through. And then what's so killing about it, they must don't know what they're going to look like in a few years with all this plastic they buying.
Yeah. Boy.
Hey man, what is.
BBLs.
Let me tell you something. Booty and titties outselling EBT.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm talking about. Uh, and what's so killing about it, I'm telling you, look, we military, college, travel, stuff like that. They think that's cute
Yeah.
to
Hey,
to
and then
to
it's
to to, to entice a dime piece at the club, and you wake up with a two piece.
I want you to take a big spoon and grab some mashed potato and slam it on a plate and tell me that these women with these BBLs ain't built just like that.
Boy,
They built just like
I'm
that.
talking about, I'm talking about awful, horrible, horrible. And then what's
Yeah.
so killing about it? Oh, understand how they afford that. What kind of insurance they got to pay for all that
Man,
kind of body cosmetic?
man, some of the insurance pay for that mess, man. And then people out here really having real health problems that need assistance. Priorities all messed up, man. Priorities all messed up.
Yeah.
And but this the kicker, Tim. Do you know what they say? They say
What?
that they do that stuff because we make them do it. Hey, I ain't never known no man that said he wanted no woman with that fake stuff. I don't know what kind of dudes they talking about. Cause everybody I know, all the males I know, they ain't never said, "Oh, she need to go get some work done on her body." Don't nobody want that. We don't like all that fake hair. We don't like none of that. We don't like it. Don't try to put it on
Uh,
us and
uh,
say that we
I
the reason why. No, you doing it because you want to look like somebody else. That's what it is.
ain't never happened. They ain't never satisfied unless they're a real woman. There's a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
females in the world, but the percentage of women like mama and grandmama and your sister, whatever, ain't no more of that. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. You can't put nothing past none of them, nobody.
Mm-mm.
They doing everything. And you know what? Just like I would tell you, September 4th made 17 years for my wife and I. We've been married 17, but you know we got some 30-year-old kids. But it she always had the material, the equipment to be a wife, a mother, a
Yeah.
friend. You know what
Man,
I'm
you
saying?
blessed,
But
man. You
like,
blessed.
but you have to I was blessed enough to
I,
be affiliated with not one, not two, but more. That's because
I,
it's what you settle or what you choose.
yep. I
I've
love a
never
sister
had a
like that.
relationship with somebody that I met up in the club, and because I've already made up my mind. I tell you what, I ain't go through the stage of dating nobody and she at the club, them babysitting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She comes in 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. All them home girls, you got to bond your girlfriend out. She got a DUI and all that kind of stuff. See that's kind of relationships like going on now. And then you
Mm-hmm.
got females sitting up there talking about I'm a bad bitca.
Mm-hmm. Man, I remember the
It's
first time I saw Shay, man. That's when y'all came back from Desert Storm and you bust up in the room and and the first thing you said to me was, "Boy, you got big." Boy, I'm telling you, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I ever told you this, man. When you went over there, man, that experience gave me PTSD.
it's
I was
wild.
I was messed up. Boy, when you went to war, man, it messed me up. I fell apart, man. I fell apart because I was so worried about you. I was so worried about you. I was indoctrinated by the movies and stuff. Watching movies because you remember
Yeah,
back then when you saw a movie,
yeah.
anytime you saw a war movie, the black man gonna die now. He ain't gonna make it.
In the
So
first
I'm
scene.
I'm thinking I'm gonna lose my brother, man. I thought I was gonna lose my brother.
Yeah.
I was terrified, Tim. I was terrified. And I remember I had to get like counseling a little bit at school. Um, that's why this dude was this Mr. McKinnon at St. Joseph is my favorite teacher of all time because he helped me get through it. He uh
Yeah.
he took time with me and I actually opened up to him and told him how I felt about you being over there. And he helped me to get over that in my anger, because I had a lot of anger going on in me. And dude helped me, man. And he actually made this classical music tape for me. And he said, listen to this and let it calm you. And that's why I
Yeah.
like it. It's one song, Canon in D by Pachelbel. That's my favorite classical music song. A lot of people use it in weddings, but that helped me get through that. I remember seeing you on CNN. I don't know if you know you
Oh
was on
yeah.
CNN. You was carrying a body.
We
They
ranked number
showed you
one.
carrying a body.
No damn
Somebody to the chopper.
EMT team, the
Yeah,
medical team. That we was a
yeah. I'm
medical
like,
unit.
that's
That's what we
Tim.
went over there for with the
Yeah.
Razorback Hawks.
We watching the TV and you popped up on CNN. Like, that's my brother. But man, when
I
you
ain't
came back, man, I was so happy, man. And I remember seeing Michelle. And boy, I tell you, she always been a good woman. She always have.
yeah,
You
she's
you
all
you
right.
did right, boy. You picked one. The Lord say he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And honestly, Tim, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it wasn't for mom and daddy and you and Shell, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't. I had a model. I had models to go by.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. But you know what? How long did it take you, as far as age wise, to realize that you was different from the average guy that's around you that you grow up with? See, it hit me around 12 years old before I turned 13.
You know
I
what?
knew I was different.
It was 12.
I knew I was
I'm
different.
gonna tell you what it was. Tell you exactly what it was. When I walked up
Well,
in that church, I walked in
uh,
that church by myself, and I had gone up to mass that it was a Saturday. And when I walked in there, you remember when you walk in, it had the little holy water things on the side. I dipped my
uh,
hand and I was getting ready, you did the sign of the cross and you drop down
yeah.
on one knee, and something said stop. And I started looking around, and I'm gonna tell you something, it got real creepy to me. I started, them statues in there and stuff started looking weird to me. And something was like, get out of here. Man, I left, I ain't come back. I ain't come back. I knew right then it was something different about me. I knew it. And I've been different ever since. You saw it in me. You saw it in me before I did, though. You used to tell me that. You used to tell me that I was different, and I always wanted to try to fit in and do things that I didn't need to do. And you always told me, be yourself. You actually made me feel like I was a special human being, and that I didn't need to try to be like other people, because I thought I had to fit in, Tim.
I went through that little era, but it didn't take long because people gravitated toward me, but I ain't never been no follow. If you come up with the
No.
idea of doing something, I really don't want to do it no way because you came up with the idea. I wasn't no follow. All that old throwing rock, busting windows, and just breaking into stuff. Boy, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell them you.
Hey, listen. I I done told folks as an adult, hey man, listen, homeboy, if you get in my car, don't have nothing in here that ain't got no business in here, because I promise, bro, if I get pulled over, I'm telling on you. I'm not, bro. I don't believe in that. Oh, I'm taking one. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm telling.
And I'm talking about on these podcasts and like the rappers and stuff. You know what, man? They need to be lined up and let the most hateful big country white boy take learn how to use a whip on all of them. That's what they need. They need to be beat. They just get on my nerve, man. I'm talking.
They so fraudulent in. Oh my goodness, disingenuous people, man. They be lying. It's a character that they put out there. You know, doggone well, you don't believe none of the stuff you saying, partner. I would never tell. Yeah, you would. You be the first to tell. You ever seen First 48?
Hey,
All you
when
gotta
them
do is
niggas
give
put
them a
their
double
arm,
cheeseburger and a pop, and they told on the whole. They done give them a Rico case.
you ain't gotta
What you
feed
talking
him
about?
nothing, cause turn that out up. As soon as that nigga put his arms up in that white t-shirt, he ready. He ready.
He ready, yo. He ready to say.
Yeah, man. And then what's so killing about it? They a rat a snitch is the worst thing. You know what I'm saying? See, a rat or a snitch, that mean me and you sell drugs or we breaking the law. We do it together. Or
Yeah,
either like that. And I just go out my way and write a statement or do it like that. They're telling on the man, but they ain't knew nothing about you now.
yeah,
But you ain't gonna snitch. But I ride by and pull up in front of your house and shoot and kill your little granddaughter or your son or your daughter, and I pull on off, right? So you mean tell me you ain't finna tell them folks Tim did it?
exactly.
That's snitching. That's what
Man,
they
come on.
said. Cause I'm
Man,
gonna
come
tell
on.
you something. When you're young, you go through things, it's trial and error. But right there in Tennessee or either even right there in Little Rock, I done had guys drop crack, weed, pills, and everything, and we go down there, and the folks tell me, "Oh, we know it ain't yours," or whatever, all the kind of stuff. And I said, "Well, I'm not that guy. Don't ask me nothing, man. Yeah, it's my car, so I know what you're gonna do or whatever." Man, I went down there and did 8 months, 9 months, cause I'm talking about keeping it solid or whatever. I should have told on them niggas before they put me in the car. It just and then I ain't had nothing to do with it. You give a guy a ride and then he go dumping out all them drugs in your back
Yeah.
seat or under your seat. I'm gonna tell you
Tim, that's
something.
why I had to check them, man. I had to check these cats, man. Hey, don't get in
Yeah,
my car with that.
yeah. I just
Don't get in my car with that, bro.
I've been through all that. I'm talking about well, almost getting ready to go to prison because I wouldn't tell on a guy because I didn't want the consequences because I knew I couldn't do it and go, but I saw a way to get out, but I still shouldn't have dedicated no 8 9 months of being silent because he caught charges and had nerve enough to get out and leave me in there and caught another charge and came back. I'm going through all that kind of stuff with guys. And
Mm.
then this street code, come on, man. Come on. They hey, I'm tired of us. I'm tired of us.
Hey,
I'm
what
tired.
they calling it black fatigue online. Yeah, I get it. I mean, all I want is for us to just try to be better, man. Like we ain't saying that we're not saying that we the only one doing something. But if we gonna always bring us up in all the situation, then we need to get us in check. We need us. We need to get us. We need to hold us accountable. And that's what we not doing. We delusional than a mug. Like we, and you know what? This is the craziest thing. Go ahead.
Something that I sincerely think that they should at least try it. Let me tell you something. All these youngsters that refuse to go to school, they just stop going on their own. All these firearms, these shooting and stuff like that. There. Look here, man. You drop me over in foreign country. You need to start taking them over there and just leave them.
Yeah. Since you so tough. Y'all so
And
tough.
I tell you what, since he got this clip and he got all this here, he got a drum and all that. Don't take it from him. Mail him and that gun to the desert. Or put him in some of them jungles where an ant will kill him or a frog will.
And put the bullets in the clip backwards.
Yes. Man, I'm talking about. Oh.
Man, hey, listen. Man, you know, when I hear folks hollering all this racism stuff, most of these people haven't even experienced it like we have. The stuff that we've dealt with. You know, they can't identify it. They don't know how to identify it. We have discernment on that. And I remember, man, with Dad, you know, Dad was an activist down there.
Oh yeah.
He spent the majority of his life, as I know, trying to do something to lift up our folks
And I
and
know
bring
very
unity.
few people that even showed that they was appreciative about it.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was going with it. They didn't even realize, man, that man he didn't have to be out there in them streets like he was. He did not have to do that, man. He could have just done what he did, managed the business, and just been a a father and at the house and just did what he wanted to do. But he dedicated his life to trying to encourage the kids to be better, to actually want to do something. He created opportunities for these folks, man. Had these folks over there performing for these congressmen and all this stuff, had them performing all over the place.
Yep.
Only to no appreciation.
Yeah. Well,
And
no
then
doubt.
the colorism stuff used to kick in for who is that white man? Who you talking about?
Yeah.
Who you talking about?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know what? Uh uh your whole life, you ain't never seen mom and dad without a business.
No, never.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
always had a business. You
Yeah.
hit me to the businesses that was going on when I didn't even know what was going on. I do remember this though. Man, I remember that night that when they had that trailer out back and they used to have like a little kind of like a little night spot, a little lounge type thing. And
Catfish. Yeah.
some big old dude, I guess he disrespected mama, and daddy took him outside and got the whooping on him. And then I remember you was babysitting me. I remember you going out back and getting a 2x4 and breaking it over that dude's back.
Yeah,
Remember that?
dad slapped him, but he missed him and slipped and he hit his head and cut the corner of his head on the bumper on the vehicle.
Uh-huh.
So I went out there, I went in and plucked him up.
And the ambulance had to come get him.
Oh yeah.
They had to send the paddy wagon to get him.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, it's a lot of stuff happened now. I remember certain things, man. I was telling one my wife about you. I told her, I said when I was young, I said my brother was like a maverick. I said it wasn't nothing. It seemed like it wasn't nothing he couldn't do. You played all sports that was offered down there, and then you played the sport. You played the sports like that was the only sport you played. You played each sport like that's all you played. So it wasn't like you was. It wasn't like okay, you was decent in baseball, but you was really good at basketball. Now you was great in basketball, baseball, football. I think you even picked up a tennis racket at one point in time.
Yeah, we
But
did soccer and tennis before we got over there with the black people, man.
yeah, so you know, and me and you had different paths because, like I was saying, you know, I came in at the tail end of you at St. Mary's. That was your last year there, my first year. So you was the only black for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you left and you went to public school. And I spent 5 years being the only black in that school. And the stuff that I had to deal with was crazy. That's how come we know what racism really is.
Yeah.
And you went over there and man, you was built different because you went over there to the public school and you had trouble because of course they tried to ridicule you for coming from St. Mary's, but you was swelling their eyes up and all that stuff. Mama didn't want me to go through that same thing. That's why she sent me to St. Joe's. But you know, your last year was the last year that St. Mary's went to 9th grade. You know, they killed it and made it
Yeah.
only go to 6th grade for me. So
Yeah.
I ended up going to St. Joe, and I didn't come over to public school till 10th grade. But I felt it because people used to, like I said, man, I got dealt racism at school, and then when I get out of school, my own people around the Lake Village didn't want to have nothing to do with me. I was ostracized there. That's why I was
Yeah.
sheltered and in the backyard majority of my life. You had to come over to my house to play with me. I
Yeah.
wasn't allowed on the north end of town. The only time I got over there is with you. You got me
Yeah.
over there sometimes, but you remember the rule. You remember my rule. If I got caught on the north end, it was a wrap for me.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, that he talk all that mess, but me, whenever you turn your head, I bet you I'm going through rocks. I'm going up there.
Oh yeah, you was out. You was
Man,
out of
hey,
there.
uh 12 years old and crazy about girl, man, you can't tell me nothing. I bet you I'm going. Man, I used to get mad and go stay with Felicia and Sam and them.
Yeah.
And he'll come up there a couple of days talking about come on home. I'm at home. Boy, get in
Man,
the
I used to
truck.
be so mad when you left, man. I used to be mad when you left, cause boy, listen. See, I see other people, man. The sibling dynamic, and I'll be like, how y'all do? Like me and you didn't argue. We
Mm,
we got along, man. I looked up to you. You was like the perfect big brother to me. I was telling my homeboy the other day. I said, man, I used to ask Tim to play Mike Tyson Punch Out so I could watch him beat Tyson in the first or second round. You remember I used to ask you that all the time.
yeah,
Can you beat Tyson? Like I used to want to watch you play video games when you did play it. Because you wasn't really
yeah.
doing that a whole lot. You
Oh no. Uh-uh.
You was out of there. You was out of there, buddy.
I'm hunching. I ain't finna be playing. Boy, you crazy? I'm going out.
Hey, I
DD
remember,
ball.
man. I'm
DD
starting to see
barking because
all
I'm
type of
trying to
stuff
sneak
from
out the
back in the
window.
day, man. I remember your room. I remember the room. You had I remember it was a big old. This was in the 80s. I remember you had you had a poster on the wall with a Corvette on it, and I think
Oh
you
yeah.
had I remember you had a Babyface poster, because you know that was the way to the women.
Oh yeah.
That was the way to the women, buddy. Babyface was the dude back then. My
Boy, I used
goodness,
to
man.
record a slow jam tape.
Yes, sir.
Woo! Yes, indeed. Atlantic Star.
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah. I remember that. I remember that, man.
And then
Oh man.
we had a Seaburb in the house, so we grew up on blues.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
You
Man,
know that
remember we had a
jukebox.
big old pool table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, we had a lot of stuff that you wouldn't even imagine that person would have in Lake Village.
and they hated us for it.
Yeah, they damn near hated us.
We
Woo,
was
they
the
hated
first
us,
somebody
man.
to get a satellite dish. That big old
Yeah,
satellite dish.
yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
It was a lot of firsts. I remember I was one of the first youngsters to have cable in his own room.
Yeah.
I had my own
And,
cable box back then.
yeah, and I had my own telephone line
Sure did.
in the ninth grade because you get that number out and a girl call her if you want to. Dad gonna talk crazy to her.
I remember your
This
phone.
ain't
You had that
this
clear
ain't
phone.
Boy, that's something
Oh
else.
yeah, boy, Daddy, get off the phone. Hey,
Oh.
hey, man, Daddy used to embarrass me so bad, man. Get off the phone now. Girl on the phone, like, oh, I don't even know why you on the phone with him this late. You need to be in bed. You need to be studying.
Yeah, boy.
Boy, hey, boy, listen, I these used to terrify me. Levite.
Yeah. Don't know what he want.
Yeah, it sometimes it wasn't even nothing bad.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know if I told you, man. One day I caught Dad in there singing, man. He was in the kitchen. Uh,
Mm.
he was washing dishes, and I caught him in there singing Jodeci, man.
Oh yeah.
Freaking you.
Okay.
Hey, Daddy was in there talking about every freaking night and every freaking. I said, hold up.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
some serious.
I caught him in there singing Jodeci one day, man. Dad was something else, man. And boy, he had some legendary one-liners, boy. I remember he called me to that kitchen, because in that kitchen you could see right out beside the laundromat to the street and
Uh,
everything. And I remember he called me. He said, "Who is that, LeBron?" I look out. I said, "Oh, that's Scottie Pippen." he said, he said,
oh,
uh, he said, "You see what he doing, right?" What
it
are you
was
doing,
Scott
Dad?
Pippen and Jordan. What?
Yeah, Jordan. They were there for his grandmother's funeral, but Dad was like, "You see what he doing?" I said, "What he doing?" He said, he pissing upside our building.
Yeah. and flew around and saw their heads was over the overlap on the roof.
Yeah.
Man, Daddy didn't go out there and say shit. I know it, man. Oh, that wasn't no joke, though, man.
No, Daddy wasn't no joke. Listen, I'm telling you, Daddy wasn't no joke, boy. Dad wasn't scared of nothing. I felt like I felt like sometimes I was like, man, Daddy too brave, man. Like he too brave. I felt like, man, but when you done seen, when somebody has seen the world like y'all have, y'all ain't got no, y'all heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. Y'all heart don't pump no Kool-Aid at all. I remember when homeboy pulled a gun on me.
Who?
You know, you remember Diggum?
Yeah, I know
They used to
Dick.
call him
Yeah.
Smack. Yeah, he pulled a
Yeah.
gun on me one night.
He did.
And
He did.
yeah, I know. Yeah, he
Yeah.
pulled a gun on me, put it in my face. And let me tell you how stupid I was, Tim. I just turned and walked away and walked up in the house. And I stormed in the house and walked in there past mom and dad. And you know, they know something wrong. They like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Tim, I went back there and grabbed the Louisville Slugger baseball bat. Now, what you gonna do with a bat when somebody got a gun?
Bat or knife does not show up.
That's right. I started walk, so I take a route out the back door, and I'm getting ready to go through the back gate and go right back up that way yet. Boy, before I know it, Daddy come running. I'm not lying to you. Daddy jumped and took his foot and jumped off the wall, the side of the laundromat, and hopped the fence with his pistol. And made all of them kiss the curb.
Yeah. There's a day on
Man,
that.
yeah, he was something else, man. He knew
Yeah.
something was wrong. So because he kept me from getting my wig split. Cause I was definitely stupid right then. That was one of the dumbest things I ever done. That was stupid.
Dad knew I was gonna be a shooter though, cause Granddaddy used to have me shooting at 7, 8 years old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I knew these guys around here right now. I'm talking about talk all that tough stuff and just don't know. I'm somebody that'll sit out in their yard and use the bathroom for 2 days just to get the right shot. I'm
Have
tired,
no
man.
clue.
I stayed for 6 hours up on a guy porch one time, waiting on him to come all through there, and I was gonna peel his boy. I was gonna put the bottom of his feet in the top of his head, boy. Yeah,
Oh
man.
man.
Yeah, but hey, you got to stay prayed up and stay out the way.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm not.
for me, this is a dangerous thing that I'm doing, that we doing right now. We don't,
yeah,
you wouldn't think it is, but somebody just got murdered for what they believe. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like people hate you, and people say that you hate because you don't agree with something that you got difference of agreement with a person, and they say that's hate. When it's not, it's just a difference of you know of a view of
yeah,
life. And you should be okay with that. You should be able to leave a person. You know what? We don't agree. Maybe we're not compatible. Maybe this is not the type of person that I want to be around. And it's okay. It's a whole world full of people. And it's plenty
yeah,
of people that think just like you. You're not unique to the point where nobody else thinks like you. I promise you, somebody else thinks like you. There's a
Yeah.
whole there's a whole community of people that think exactly like you, whether you right or wrong. They think that way, and you should go find them. You can't force somebody to believe something. Like I learned because with my character, I had to admit I was very arrogant at one point in time.
Uh,
When you have a level of intelligence and you get big on yourself, you feel like can't nobody tell you anything.
yep.
And like you feel like you can't learn from other people. And
Mm,
you have to be open-minded and learn from every experience. But I I've learned also you have to learn who you are and how you function. And I know that that's why Tim, I don't argue with people. Cause see, I follow Christ to the best of my ability. I stay prayed up, I stay reading my scripture, I stay trying to love my neighbor. But I also know how I am. So I know that an argument is not good for me because
yeah.
I can't take it, Tim. It's a
Yeah.
spirit of anger that festers in me. And I know that I'm the type of person that if I feel like it's not going a certain way, I can become a person that feels like I need to control the situation. And if I feel like things are out of control, it ain't no telling what I won't do to get that control. And because I know that's how I am, I'm not arguing with nobody, man.
See,
I ain't arguing
see,
with nobody.
see, see. God look out. Good. God look out for me, and he don't turn his head or be preoccupied or nothing, cause he already know I'm a serial killer. I really am. I'm a serial
Yeah,
killer. I know I am.
I'm just let y'all know. Uh,
Yeah,
my brother ain't never been no joke. Now I'm telling you that now.
I'm a serial
Ain't
killer.
never been a joke. Listen, we didn't come a long way to get here. Cause I remember a time even when I haven't always been the way I got. Tim has some experience. I learned a lot from him, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I remember we worked a job together, and Tim had to tell the supervisors and people on the staff, don't mess with him. That's my little brother right there. You might not want to poke that bear. I remember
You
you
better
you
leave it
you you
alone.
told me you let him know you got a crazy
Yeah,
little brother.
yeah. Them dudes were from Boston, and they Irish, and they real cocky,
Yeah,
and just like that little short one and stuff, I was just telling him, I said, you too short and or whatever. Cause we went to the Eagle Club and almost broke his neck when he put them gloves on. I don't know what he thought. I don't know what he thought, boy. Uh-uh. Yeah, them guys wild though, man.
yeah, they
Hey,
were.
you gonna call me talking about, hey, let me show you something. I said, what? He said, look at your brother and look at Julius. Y'all was cleaning them little drains,
Yeah,
but y'all had your leg or whatever, like laying straight and your knee bent in the other one. You still can do the same amount of work. Matter of fact, you can probably do it better since you down there.
yeah.
They ain't see it like that. Talking about go over there and tell them. I said, man, I'm gonna go over there and tell them y'all looking at them. They need to, work whatever. But
Uh,
bro, they doing it. And I ain't somebody you just gonna keep on coming to me telling me something about my bro. Where y'all from, man? Get away from me with that, man. Yeah.
yeah, I learned how to drive a forklift on that job.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
had some fun doing that. And well, we put the
Yeah,
Nestle
keep back.
factory. We helped put build a Nestle factory over there in
Yep.
Jonesboro, Arkansas.
There's the warehouse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Remember that wind used to whip up through there? Boy, it
you
got
said,
cold, you know.
oh yeah, sure did. It would be a real, yeah.
It snowed us
I was
in
trying
that
to figure
time.
out where was that coming from, man. It was crazy. It used to be a really cold breeze used to come through there.
Yeah, no trees or nothing to block that out, man. It was coming up through there and they putting that plastic up. Man,
Yeah,
boy. Yes,
because it was one dude,
indeed.
the grout dude. I forgot his name, but it was a couple cats that they thought he was racist. Dude wasn't racist at all. He was cool. He just didn't. He kept to himself. He didn't really do a whole lot of talking. You remember the grout dude?
Yeah.
Because he used to
Uh,
when he did start talking, he whenever he get ready to do the grout stuff, he get ready to put his mask on. He'll say, "Skull and crossbones, guys. Skull and crossbones."
yeah. Yeah, a bunch of dope heads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had one dude. You remember the fat dude there with the beard? He was throwing out little racial slurs, and then he got tightened up. He
So
got his
did.
oil change.
Cause,
He got his oil
uh,
change.
I ain't let them slide with nothing. So
No,
did.
I
Don't,
I remember
don't
you
play with
you
me.
actually taught me some. You taught me some, and I didn't really understand it at the time. But then, as I got old, I was like, man, he was right. And I remember you told me, hey man, he was like, don't don't call don't call us niggas around other folks like that. And it
Uh-uh.
it, it made sense. I didn't understand that till I got older, and then yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that, man. We really shouldn't even be calling each other that anyway, but you definitely don't
Yeah.
do it around, because what you do is you desensitize them and make them comfortable with it. And
Yeah.
and this something I would like to ask all these folk that's hollering about all this racism stuff. Why don't you check all these folk that say they can speak for black folks that say, oh well, that white boy that can come to the cookout, pretty much saying, okay, they'll delegate and say that this white dude can say he can say nigga. Who told
Yeah,
you that? Who told you that? And, and
Oh,
if he comfortable enough to believe that you can give him authority to do that, that tells me something about him. He wanted to say it anyway.
done said.
Yeah, done said it. And then I like to ask that they always want to talk about, oh, he racist, so we're gonna justify mocking him when he died. But y'all don't have the same energy for other folks. Cause I ain't heard none of these folks that say something about Eminem. Cause I could pull it up on YouTube. Eminem made a song way back in the day talking about black women, calling them black bees and saying all type of racist stuff. But these same folks that talk this racism stuff will tell you that, oh, Eminem one of the greatest rappers ever.
Mm. Well,
You got energy for who you want to have it for.
yeah.
Me
Uh-huh.
myself, scripture tell us we gotta forgive, man. I forgive. I might not forgive what you did, but I'm gonna forgive you. And I know to stay waiting around you. I know what to expect of you.
Yeah. It's certain things that I figure some people shouldn't do in life. And that
Yeah,
says a lot about the character of certain people who do certain things. Anybody can change. And I ain't got to wait for it. I don't have to wait for it. I deal with
hmm
somebody that ain't got to change. They ready.
that's right. And yeah, they sure can. And guess what? I hear about it. I guess I hear about it, but I probably won't see it, buddy, because I'm out. I'm out. They can change. Okay, well, you tell me about it when it out. I'll be glad to
Mhm.
hear it. Yeah, man. It's a whole lot of hypocrisy. That's the problem, man.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yes.
ain't no structure. Ain't no structure nowhere. Everything is just out of order. Just like when you were saying earlier about the TV shows and stuff, they want to push a certain narrative. They want to do that. They want to push it in the schools.
It's okay to be gay. I guess so. I guess so. To each his own. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. And I'm just saying,
Yeah,
man, it's certain things should be kept in its place.
yeah. I
That
don't
that
I don't need to know who
and
you
that's
lay
it.
in the
Yeah.
bed with. I don't need to know the
Yeah.
nature of that.
Yeah. And then they just went to it. They gone too far with this gay stuff. I'm talking about now they got half of the alphabets. They got laws and all. Uh, gonna let them folks single themselves out there. Now I know that's a real touchy spot, but I don't care. I don't care.
Mhm.
I'm just saying I have nothing against whoever. If that's you, that's you. But
Yeah, that's your business.
I
I
don't
don't,
want you. I don't want you talking to me, looking at me like a glazed honey bun from Shipley's. I don't need you cracking them little jokes. I'm talking about don't be all up in front of me with your hand on your hip and patting your head. Hey man, you can't be flamboyant with it around me. And then you know they quick to play game. Uh 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 it anybody seeing them little thing that go on the table, them little ball. Oh, he like ball. See stuff like that. They won't
mm.
stay in their place. You know, and some rights now. What? Uh, I don't understand. And then they condone it, they promoting it, everything. I'm talking about. It's like they teaching kids that it's okay now. It's okay.
And you know,
But you know,
that stuff existed before we was even came. It always has. But you remember back in when we was young, people kept that stuff private. You didn't know folk business like that.
and it should still be I'm just saying, I
Yeah.
don't want to see it in a movie. I don't want to see
No.
no signs of. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm not walking around saying I'm a heterosexual, I'm a this and that or whatever, because it's unnecessary to be broadcast or whatever. So
Yeah.
what makes them so special? Which they special, because you very special to with that activity. You gotta be special.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying they just it. It's just it's too much. It's too much. They just everywhere. And I'm talking about it's nothing to see a whole big old linebacker build up man in a dress, balls hanging all you know, I don't understand. It's just too much, man. They won't stop. It's just always something. If it ain't these youngsters talking about killing somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, these youngsters ain't nothing. They ain't nothing but killer. But you know what? They can have it. I don't want no smoke. But hey, I
Uh-uh.
bet you won't. I bet you won't come in my zone because I ain't gonna play with you. I ain't gonna play with you. So at all, at all. Just like let me see. I don't know what we was. I don't know if we was in San Diego or whatever. But I'm walking to the store and they got a ramp and then you can just walk up the step. I get to the door and I look and the dude here expect me to hold the door open for him because he got makeup and a dress and stuff like that. I waited just a good try to make that door catch him. I knock him out, but he had an attitude talking about
Oh Lord have
no
mercy.
no something. Hold the door for a woman or older guy, whatever you close enough, or it ain't got to be no male female thing. But I know I wasn't finna hold it for him, her. No, I ain't finna hold
And
no
you
door for
know,
him, her.
we say them things, we feel like that, and then they want to call. They say, "Oh, you homophobic." No, 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 we're not. Not homophobic at all. I don't have a fear of it at all. I I tell you where I stand with it. I don't agree with the lifestyle. I don't hate I don't hate one person. I don't. I don't hate nobody. But I don't like the lifestyle. I don't agree with it. I feel the same way about it. Ain't just about that. It's about people that lie. It's about people that rob folks. It's about violent people. I don't like that lifestyle.
Yeah.
We don't have to be that way.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
The one
serious.
thing that I say, just like you said, don't come on my turf with it, because then I got to defend myself.
And yeah, then you got
I'm not gonna
no
come
try to
bothering you.
force me. You gotta try to force me.
Yeah.
They can use certain bathroom or either and
Oh.
then all that old I knew you as Johnny and now you want me to call you Janice, kill yourself. I'm not gonna participate in all that stuff. Well, what if one of your sons and stuff? Okay, I still love them, but I bet you whoever they doing that with, they'll never come to my house. Never. You never gonna be invited. No, no, no.
And then here,
You don't never
and
be
then here they go.
invited.
But that's not loving, Tim. Use a lie.
What ain't love?
That's what they'll
Hey,
say though.
hey.
Oh, but that's not loving. Man, hey, listen, we ain't got to accept that. So
Uh,
you wouldn't support your child? No, I'm not supporting that.
no.
Okay, all right. Let me grant you your worldview, and let me get you to participate. Since you said, "Oh, you wouldn't support your child if you were like that," would you support your child if they were smoking crack? Would you give them a couple rocks? Would you say, "Oh, as long as you can smoke it in the house, you fine"? Would you do that? No.
Oh, mm. Well,
Hey man, when
God,
you become an adult, you can do whatever you want to do. That's on you. But as long as you under my roof, you learning the way that the Lord set out. You could choose to either obey it or disobey it. There are consequences for that, and you're gonna suffer them as long as you under my roof. Once you get up out of here, you on your own with that. I love you, but you on your own with that. You grown up to make your own choices. But just understand, you can't bring that up over here. Yeah.
I ain't finna. Out of there, out of there. You pop up at the house talking about dad. I got something to tell you, and I'm gay and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate you for telling me, but you could text or call me. But you can get on down. Don't come over here no more. Don't come over here no more. We can talk from the distance. No, you know
Hold up, Tim.
you
You
know.
got to say it again because it cut out. But all I heard was "Don't
uh,
call him no more." What
I'm
what you
just
say,
saying.
Tim?
You got a son come home and he come up in there talking about, Dad, I got to tell you something. What is it? I'm gay. All right. You want me to help you pack? 'Cause you ain't gonna be gay up in here. You should have kept that to yourself. You'd been safe, but you ain't safe right now. You got to go. You out of here. Out of here. Out of here. Yo, you wrong. No, you can't tell me I'm wrong. Do you, and I do me. Nah, ain't no
But
fucking boogers up in here, man.
but
Yeah.
you ain't gonna do you in my house.
At all. At all. I'm talking about coming up out of here with lipstick on and your young son and went in there and put a quick weave in, all that kind of stuff. No.
Man,
No.
please.
You got to find the nearest relative or something because you out of here. You gone. I'm just
Yeah.
not going. Nah, I'm not gonna be a part of that.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't gonna be part of that. Shit,
No, sir.
no. And I can have my opinion.
That's right.
I try
First
my
Amendment.
best. A little, yeah. It's a lot of freedom or whatever, but it ain't gonna be up in here.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be up in here with that.
Nah.
You gonna do you somewhere else.
That,
You don't talk about
them
it.
amendments is for public situation, not
Yeah, they
not
don't
in the
work up
house.
in here. They
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
apply
yeah.
here.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Man, please.
Inside the house ain't this ain't no republic.
Yeah. And then
Matter of fact, it's a dictatorship under my roof.
and these what you call them butchers whatever,
I don't even understand the logic in that, Tim.
a bull dag ain't meant to be figured out. Man, please. And that's another thing. They'll run up in your face, breathing all hard. You got a trainer bra on, and you done duct tape your chest, so you look like you've been working out or doing nothing push up. And now you get all up in my face, cause I done asked this woman her name, and you holler about she taking that's yours, but you want to put this duct tape on my chest, and soon as I reach out and put a dent across your forehead, you up in court with a wig on and a dress.
Yeah,
That's how they do. That's how they do.
yeah.
They sell them tickets until you
Then
touch one of them. Yeah. Now you want to come
then
up
they a
in there,
woman.
crying and stuff. But boy, uh-uh. But long just leave me alone. And I wish everyone the best.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the best thing.
do you. Just don't broadcast it. Don't force me to, and then some rights. So you got some extra rights. Your rights different than the rights I got. They're supposed to help or protect me. You got some more. You got some more because you on that level. Oh man, please. Uh-uh. I ain't got time for that, bro.
Mhm.
They everywhere. Oh yeah, boy. It, boy. Oh, 15, 20 years, man. I'm gonna go and start paying on my ticket to the moon or something because the Earth ain't gonna hold. Earth ain't gonna hold. This place gonna
speaking,
catch a fire,
speaking,
man. This place is gonna catch a fire.
speaking of that, man. Uh, you know they expect us to believe everything, man. Uh, how do you feel about the the moon landing?
Hey man, that's just too far, man. I just,
Listen,
I'm
let me
talking.
tell. Have you seen the video about you? Did you see how they debunked the moon landing? Cause think
Huh?
about it, Ted. You seen the footage of when they supposed to been landed on the moon? That black and white
Yeah, I
footage.
seen it.
All right, check this out.
What
I,
Armstrong?
yeah, people. I don't think people they didn't think about critical thinking back then when they did that. They didn't think that people could think in a critical way. Check this out.
Yeah.
All right, so if they it's video supposed to be video footage of the moon of them landing on the moon. If Neil Armstrong then was supposed to Buzz Aldrin, and if they was supposed to be the first people to walk on the moon, who was filming them landing on the moon? How that camera get up there, Tim?
And who got that map? Who gave
Yeah.
them directions in that whole bunch of nothing?
huh? Huh? Huh?
I don't know, man.
Man, listen,
That's
man. They done already
that's how I
exposed it.
feel.
That got done in a Hollywood studio, man. They made that up, man. I get it, man. You want to try to you want to try to flex power. You flexing power like, oh, we can do this. So if you believe that we did this, you'll believe anything we tell you from now on. It's a control tactic. You'll believe anything. Because if we can do something that you can't do, and we can doctor up some video footage and anything, they asked one of the dudes from NASA. They was like, can you go back? And the dude said they can't go back because they lost all the stuff that they used to go there. But boy, don't y'all make iPhones now? Do you realize how far technology can come? But y'all can't figure out how to go back. And think about it, Tim. If people were really going to the moon, don't you think some of these rappers and celebrities would be spending millions of dollars to take trips there? Man, somebody listen. Somebody be
They'll
done a
have a
concert on
whole
the moon.
village. They'll have a whole
Yeah,
village there.
yeah. Boy, Tim, it'll be some folks that move there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be, hey, Tim, you wouldn't be able to get them off the moon.
Hey, it's a lot of stuff go wrong, man. Like, as far as that's supposed to be, man, you talking about somebody flying, and then
Yeah,
all that, they been gone for, they ain't been gone for 36 hours, but you said, something else make it seem like they been gone 3, 4 years.
yeah.
Body do this and that.
How, how you know how much
Who
fuel it
would
took to get there?
volunteer to do that? Who would volunteer to
Yeah,
do that? I'm talking about who calculated fuel,
yeah. How you know
food,
how much fuel it took?
oxygen, if you could breathe. Uh uh I'm just saying it ain't no people I done read about dying on that trip there because I'm talking about I hate to have flat or radiator run hot. Boy, please. Uh,
Yeah. Hey, it's too. It's if you got a brain and you know how to use it, you gonna call BS on that.
uh,
Logic tell me beyond logic. Hey man, listen, I tell you, I believe what's written in them scriptures. The Lord explained the moon and the sun and the moon. They are not even solid objects. They're lights.
and then
They're not even
get out
solid
of there.
objects.
That would feel.
Yeah, man, come on, man. You ain't been in no moon, man. been in no moon.
That's a long way.
What? Yeah. Come on, man. You knew how much fuel to get there and come back. You knew what happens now if just like you said, how come there aren't stories about all these failed missions where people got there and got stuck and couldn't get back and they had to get some folks to go and get them back? Or
I
all
ain't never
these
heard
failed
about no
missions.
recovery team. I ain't never heard about no
No,
recovery team.
no, sir.
Uh-uh.
Yeah,
And
that
then it's so many people in the world with too much money to talk about. It, boy, United States could be rich by selling tickets to do that.
that's what I was saying, Tim.
You
People
could
be buying
replace our
tickets to take a
reservoir.
trip. Yeah, and people be
Since the reservoir,
paying to go
since
to
the
the moon.
reservoir is always broke, I mean empty. They ain't never got no reservoir.
Yeah,
Reserve.
yeah,
Yeah.
they could pay just like people go on trips on cruises and all that. They had the folk breaking their neck to pay for a trip to the moon if it was able to happen.
Now I remember one time, they actually they were trying to make it happen and go. You see what happened? It blew up.
Yeah,
Yeah, didn't it
yeah.
kill a black lady?
The challenger, it challenged
Mm,
the challenge. Yeah, it challenged them.
yeah. They did another went to Russia somewhere. South Pole, North Pole, some more dumb stuff like that, man.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sorry,
talking
man.
about, man. Who can estimate, man? I don't care about no scientists and stuff like that. There.
Mm-mm.
What made you come up with the fact about you know prepping to
Yeah,
make that trip there, man? And then
yeah.
way back then, man, we barely had a helicopter. You talking about you to
But
send something to
yeah,
the moon,
but
man?
then they die by their own. They die by their own logic because all right now when they explain the solar system, if you look at it, it says that these different levels that you reach the thermosphere because science science says that the sun is outside of earth and the moon is too. They saying it's outside of earth, which that's a lie. They local. They ain't outside
Mm,
no earth. They local. You see the sun and the moon. You see it.
mm.
But if you go by their logic, the thermosphere gets so hot. They say it's so hot until there's nothing on the earth that could survive traveling through it. So how can okay if it's nothing on earth that can survive traveling through it, how you get a ship to get through there to get to the moon?
They got that
That it don't make sense, do
that titanium shell, that
it?
titanium
And
shell,
aluminum foil,
Superman world,
some wax paper with some aluminum foil over
Superman comic book. Man,
it.
please. Hey, I don't see him talking to astronauts that much.
No, you know what I've been wanting to know, Tim? I asked Julie this a while back. I said, "Hey, man, you know them people at NASA get paid a whole lot. What do they do? Think about it,
Trial
Tim.
and
What do they
error,
do?
trial and error, and they shut up. They keep their. I tell you what, ain't no black gonna be up in there with all that because we tell everything.
Yeah, like what I'm trying to
That's a
figure out.
secret, man.
What do y'all do on an everyday basis? You know what I'm saying? Like how we go to work what you doing at NASA every day? Every day, 24/7. You at NASA? What y'all doing? Like, why ain't people getting laid off? How many people work there? Y'all getting paid
Yeah.
a lot of money to do a whole lot of nothing. Are y'all getting paid to go to sit up in there and make up lies? Is that what it is?
Some of the
Is it like a
most
big writing
intellect,
room or something?
some of the most they said some of the most
The
intellectual
brightest people
people in the world.
but this the thing
Yeah.
about it. I'm
With
why
no
are we
common
not
sense.
seeing that's right. Why are we not seeing anything? Because I feel like if y'all doing so much at NASA, we should be like y'all should be have a TV station and be showing stuff. They're, like show us some stuff. Show us what you're working on. They don't even show what you're
Oh no,
working on.
you can't do that. That's a conflict of interest with other allies and other countries. You can't show your hand, expose your hand like that.
Yeah.
And like Russia, other places like that. Hey, what they got, we got, because they constantly sell stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
They
Yeah.
they constantly swap. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's definitely complicated. Wow.
Oh yeah. But see, like people like that, you don't really hear about them because for one thing, they were prodigy. I'm talking about some of those
Yeah.
people in there, they discovered them at the age of 11, 12. They didn't
Show
finish
did.
college. You know what I'm saying? Those people
Yeah.
stand out. And
Yeah.
it's a high percentage of people like that that don't function well in normal community
Around other
areas
people. They
and
don't
settings.
have yeah, they don't have
So
social
that's what
skills.
it consists of. You got
Yeah.
people who stay in there for years and don't get sunlight unless they go around the
Yep.
facility.
You're absolutely right. And like little boys, little hackers, they get caught going in
Oh,
some files they ain't got no business going in, and they get offered a job instead of doing fed time.
exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Just like
That's what it is.
look, guys in there. You can let me tell you something. Trigonometry. I think I withdrew out the class within 2 or 3 days because one problem they used 4 chalkboards and it
Yeah.
still wasn't free. The answer
Uh-huh.
still was broke all the way down. And I was just honest with the instructor. Professor. I don't want to know the answer. I don't care. There's no job in the world where I'm gonna need to do that done.
Nope.
I said, you've been writing on this one problem for 3 days and it still ain't done.
Man,
I don't want no answer. I don't want no
man,
answer.
listen. eh, It's a lot of stuff that we studied in college and in school that we don't ever have to apply.
Yeah.
Like they really could have been teaching us stuff that mattered. Like honestly, schools should start teaching trade. These kids need to learn trade.
Yeah.
Learn a trade. Like they need to offer
Well,
trades
that, that,
because a
that
lot of these
that's
kids,
that down in I guess the southern area, but cause one they got
yeah, because down
culinary
there you can go
arts,
to Votex.
welding, CDL, yeah, inside
Yeah,
the school. We
yeah,
deprived down south. Most people are deprived of just go somewhere. You see all this stuff, but it ain't gonna be
uh-huh.
around here. These gentlemen around here don't know nothing but cotton and tractors and info business. That's it.
Woo.
Please.
Oh
It's
man,
over.
listen. So I seen like up here, man, they don't even teach the kids no more, Tim. You know what they do now? They got a packet that they get the kids, take it home to your mom and
Uh,
dad.
yeah.
Man, the kids ain't learning nothing, man. These children can't even read. They can't read. They can barely write. Oh, they don't teach cursive writing anymore. So
Are
they
they
can't even, they can't
print?
even they can't even put a signature on something. Kids growing up, you can't even sign a check.
Uh,
You can't sign a contract because you don't know cursive. So when a contract say print your name here and your signature, these kids ain't gonna even be able to put a signature there. Yeah, they done got
well,
away from education, man. They done got away from it. These kids ain't learning nothing, man. They get a packet and it gets sent home to your mom and your daddy. And your mom and daddy got to take your kids through it. After they didn't work 12 to 16 hour work day, and then they got to come home and practically do their kids' homework. Cause the teacher ain't taught them nothing.
and most parents not doing that no way. When they
No.
find out about their kids GPS, it's because they calling you in because your kid been flunking the whole year.
Yeah.
And and I'm gonna tell you another thing. Now I know it might offend certain people. Our people too quick to let a teacher tell you about some medication your kid. She's in education. She's a teacher. She is not a medical doctor. She's not nothing like that. But it's quick for them to tell you you need to go get your child on some medication. Therefore, and then a lot of low class people, they got nerve enough to not even be concerned. They want the kid to be in this little stuck, slow stage, because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it got to do with a check and all that kind of stuff. And I'm talking about because see, for one thing, if your kid make the right marks and had an initiative to do this and that, oh, some other stuff might be cut out. You know what? It's hard to have
Like we might have lost connection here. Yeah, froze up. All right, guys. Look like I had to cut this one short. I had to cut this one right here short. He may come back in though. May come back in. We're gonna see. Bear with me, please. Hey, see how this go. Hope y'all been enjoying this. I sure have. It's a pleasure for me to be talking with my older brother. It's about different things, having a little fun here, but also being in truth, unapologetic about it. Yeah, I don't know. So we may have to cut it short now. Son, that's how old Satan work. Yep. Well, Yeah, my brother gone. We're gonna do this again. I guarantee you that. And until next time, y'all take care.
Thank you for watching. And always remember, Christ is King.